Hello. Okay, my camera is frozen. Let's see what's up with that. I'll change it temporarily to a laptop camera, then back to... okay. Not sure what that was. Works now. Right. And sound works, so I will turn off myself. So yeah, today will be a fitness test. I created the... This is just a reminder for myself. As I mentioned the last stream, I'm working with a coach. And yeah, this is now, let's say, the first real thing. I've done few recommended rides and some base level testing, but this would now be a first test where it tests 15 seconds, 3 minutes, and 12 minutes maximums. It was meant to happen actually on Tuesday, but yeah, I did a core workout on Sunday, and yeah, I haven't been to the gym for a while, so I felt it for a week. I had no way of doing proper cycling. I was cycling like really. Pushing 200 watts was painful. Let's see. So let me just select the flat route so I get distance. Classic. And yeah, it's just a free ride with specific segments then separated into another segments of free ride, and a text I added. Not what is it now? What I want to say. Yeah, totally blanking out. Regular text, nothing. Not an inspirational text. Just a reminder what's the segment that starts, but it's all clearly visible in the workout itself. But let me also start this in the phone. Yeah, it's 25 minutes, 15-second free ride, 10 minutes. So yeah, warm up, effort, recovery, effort, recovery, effort, and cooldown. And yes, I see it on the phone as well. So yeah, I'll start very light with the effort at first. I still feel it in my legs. The core workout, but it involved a lot of squats. And I was thinking that the cycling has been keeping my leg muscles in a good shape, but I think cycling is so isolated activity that sure your specific muscles are strong, but when I did then freeform like a Bulgarian split squats, so single leg squats and such, yeah, it was a different world. I did the full exercises, but I wasn't prepared for the following day. I had like 4 days of not being able to walk properly. But now I feel it tiny bit in the whatever is the back of your leg. I don't know, glutes and hamstrings, but I don't know which is which. But it's mostly recovered. But yeah, the 12-minute free ride, 12-minute effort, that's something I'm very worried about. It's long enough that I don't know how to pace myself. In a race and such, you're just forced to go at the pace of everyone else. But when I do it by myself, I might easily burn myself out. I will also turn off the trainer difficulty so that's not affecting this in any way. Yeah, sometimes its controls have a huge delay. Like now, it's a couple of seconds. Yeah, I played around with the 100% trainer difficulty again. But especially for sprint, if it happens to hit the hill or something and suddenly changes the resistance, I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, the warm-up should be between like zone 1 and 2, according to the plan. So it should be very easy. Obviously. But I found the sprinting on this new jet black different from the kicker core. I used to do that. I just hit a big gear and keep on sprinting, but on the kicker core it hits like a wall. If you hit it to the virtual gear 20, it immediately the pedals just stop. Like I have to push really hard to keep them spinning. Usually my cadence drops to like 60 instantly. So let's see, I'll try a different tactics this time. I'll start ramping up with 4 and increase the gear little by little. And 15 seconds, you don't need to have a big gear. You can go at 16 or 17 and spin at 110 while standing. It'll be a decent power. Oh, I still have time. I want to actually check what are the targets I want to hit. I'm checking just Exert and my the fitness signature. When I'm Xert, I've changed into fully fresh. I've been doing overall less cycling this week. Where is the signature? Here. So yeah. 3 minutes 4:50. Not gonna happen. At 15 second 1067. 12 minute 3:51. I mean, in theory, but I doubt it. I'm still having like a slimy cough from the flu I had. That's been crazy. 3 weeks already. Nope. No. Challenge of mixing the squeeze bottle, squeezing it accidentally. Just water with 2 electrolyte tablets. What's that bird running on the side? A speed test. If you can keep up. Yeah, it would be great weather for outdoor cycling today as well. But since I had the fitness test agreed, yeah, I'll do this and I won't be cycling after this anymore today. This takes everything out of me. Yeah, the legs are definitely much better. Yeah, this week I didn't cycle on Monday and yesterday. Monday was just impossible, my legs were so bad. Yesterday I still felt them, but mainly wanted to rest for today. The overall is 1.5 hours. Where's the camera actually centered? Oh yeah, it's fine. Again on the TV, it looks like I'm half out of the screen. Fifteen minutes until the first day. Probably should have mixed in some slime cleaner into this. And in a couple of weeks I should have the core body temperature sensor as well. Can start heat acclimation then in the summer. I think even with the fan on, the temperatures here go so high that I will be getting the heat acclimation. Even though like a Garmin has it built in based on the ambient temperature. And I think that was always building up my heat acclimation little by little. In the summer it's like I think 32 degrees or something. Right now it's 26. Humidity very low, 27. Yeah, tomorrow I have quite a reasonably long sweet spot training session. I think it's 4 times 10 minutes and yeah, quite a lot of warm up and cool down. And Sunday would be a long ride. Like, yeah, around 100 kilometers. I did also last week on Saturday. But it'll be all indoors. Today's the last night, nice weather for a week at least. Tomorrow it goes to +6 and rainy. We won't be going out in that weather. Yeah, I've also gotten 1 level on the bike already. The Belt AR. I probably should buy the specialized, the new S-Works one. I think that was considered the best and should start leveling that up. But yeah, don't think it matters that much. I thought I set the mode to 3-second average. It's better for this for sure. It is. Okay, maybe it doesn't influence the top of the screen. I thought it would. That's updating a lot. Ten minutes to go. Yeah, I haven't decided what will I try for the 3 minutes still. I think the 450 is way out of my reach. I don't think I have a chance of hitting even 400 right now, but let's see. I got one piece of paper. Wipe my nose a little. Eight minutes. 7 minutes. Heart rate starts spiking as the excitement builds up. Six minutes. Get a tiny bit of more effort briefly. I don't wanna get the heart rate too high, but I think so. Right now I haven't hit. Not sure if I've even hit 1000 watts for a 15-second lately. It's been quite brutal. Minutes. Yeah, the gearing is a bit slow right now. That also sucks for a quick sprint. Because if you go too much at once, it'll just break your legs. So I have to start increasing the gearing a bit before, but also expending the energy. But yeah, I think it will fine. I don't think I have to go up by more than 1 or 2 gears. If I'm at like, I ramp up to 15 or 16. before the sprint starts. Oh, not sure, because the cadence has to be then high. Otherwise it hits really hard when you increase it. Two minutes. One and a half. Heart rate is climbing without doing anything. I wonder which point in time I put the message, non-inspirational message. I just dragged it with the editor and had trouble adjusting it, so it's somewhere before, I think, or it's not showing up at all. Maybe I messed it up. Ah, yes. My fault, no. Yeah, they're gonna reach out. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. I think I can see it. I do very low recovery at first. I have to get the heart to balance. But actually the 5 second, it's not that far from the best. I've had a much higher peak, but I think it peaks only for short. Yeah, should be able to do 30 minutes, 1000 watts. Now the next effort will be much worse. 1 minute is still something where you can just go really hard. Even if you bonk or burn out, you can still keep, let's say, generally enough power. Keep the power up enough that you don't totally lose your average. But 3 minutes, if you go too hard, it's gonna drop down to 200 watts. But probably should have done also some sprints during the warm-up. Maybe not all out, but just to warm up the muscles a bit more. Maybe I can do another 15-second sprint during the 20-minute cooldown, or in the middle or in the end. At the end it will be a more realistic one, testing what you can still do after riding for 1.5 hours in this case. Yeah, the air is really dry. 28%. In the winter, yeah, we hit like 60% here when I ride. Yeah, the low humidity might also be causing a bit of the throat issues right now. But yeah, I'll try the 3 minutes somewhere in the 400s. I might stand up for the last minute. I'm not sure. Or I do sitting, standing, sitting, 1 minute each. Either a 30-minute ride is a bit over. 1/3 through. Well, the last 50 minutes will be brutal. It'll probably take me at least half of the 10-minute ride to recover from the 3 minutes. And then the 12 minutes I'll be recovering for the remaining 20 minutes. Unless I go super low power. Like hard-wise, I've recovered. 130 is lower than the... Usually when I do hard enough effort for long enough, I'm not gonna go under like 140 anymore. I have to like go at 50 watts or 80 watts or something. So now if I get 200, it'll start increasing to 140. That seems to be my, the current condition. For the zone 2, I will be at 140. But I want to keep it a bit lower until the 3 minutes starts. That's not really anymore about the muscles, but saving the heart as much as I can. Oh, I'm going to sell my old kicker cord today. So I'm getting more space for stuff. I was actually thinking first if we would sell the cross trainer and just set up a second bike. That might also be nice. Right now we have to take turns in cycling. But maybe one day, if the cycling bug bites my girlfriend properly, we will get her a bike soon, but yeah. Mainly to keep me company when I'm cycling. Outdoors, that is. I think we'll get some electric road bike for her. But otherwise we have quite a different speeds we go at. So this way it's easier. And she will definitely destroy me uphill then. I think the e-bikes here are limited to 25 per hour. On flat tats, of course. It's slow for me, but if we go anywhere hilly, that'll be pushing me. And there's plenty of mountains and hills near here. Just not something I truly enjoy. Two minutes for 3 minute all out. All out is always a weird term. Mix this. Let's see how it tastes. Made a mixture of some sugars. I don't know what is it now. Maltodextrin. That's so funny taste. Just pure maltodextrin and water. But not that much. I think I would like 3 big spoons and 0.75 liters. So it's 30-40 grams. The measuring cup is too large for the for the water bottle. I always make a mess when I try to use that, so went with less accurate measurement, but avoiding the mess. Let's see. I will probably ramp it up, the effort, and I'll try to do a sprint, semi-sprint towards the end, just to get some, get the average up a little bit. Yeah, the text is a bit early. Still 40 seconds, 30 seconds. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here I don't start it early, I just start at the line. And probably starting sub 400. That's heavy. Halfway through. Last minute. Ooh, legs are getting tired. Jesus. That's heavy. Give me 10 watts. Oh. Oh. Almost freewheeling. Yeah, 12 minutes, 300, and ramping up. Nothing higher. Now let's get the heart rate back down. But yeah, there I started feeling the legs, like the back of the legs. The muscles that still hurt a little bit. Towards the end, they were starting to complain. We have Michael Schumacher. Probably not the real one. Ooh. Even if the heart rate is down, this really burns my throat for a while. So I'm breathing so heavily through my mouth, and I think the dry air and everything. Yeah. Let's get some energy. Yeah, I want to still keep the heart rate down. Power down for a while to get the heart rate lower. But yeah, for the last one I also need a tank has to be fresh. But yeah, I'll aim to keep it at 300. 12 minutes is just really long time. Yeah. Like this paper. But it went surprisingly fast, 3 minutes. Okay, let's increase the power a little bit. I still want to keep it like on the border of zone 1, zone 2. Might have increased gear then. So used to going with the erg mode. Like, you can gear at, pedal at whatever cadence you want and it'll hit the wattage. And now I have to actually go quite a high gear to be able to pedal at like 80, 84 watts cadence. And be like at 200 or something. I think this is around 200 at 84. Right now I want it. Easy resistance. Rather increase the cadence a little bit. In the first workout I did quite a big cadence drills. I was always at between 100 and 110, I think. I know the heavier was like 93. But it was a short, like a warm up at 100 cadence or 105. Then it was a 1 minute ramp up. So zone 1 or zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 ramp up for 1 minute each. The cadence went down a little bit on every ramp. The final wattage was like that was around 400 watts for the last minute. Or zone 235, I don't know. But first of zone 2, it was like 200 and low 200. Then it's 265, then 315, and the final was 400. But halfway through almost. Only tasting a little blood in my mouth. Not just the breathing. I would also have to adjust my bike. I think the seat has tilted forward. I feel very uncomfortable when sitting up. Feel like I'm falling forward. Not sure what did I lose in it? I also put the old bike for sale now. Let's see. Trying to get 800 out of it. I mean, I paid 1.2, but bikes lose value fast. It's like cars. But I see that there's already few people interested, so might be able to sell it. That's also the prerequisite for getting a bike for my girlfriend. We need more space in the bedroom for the bikes. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to feel something from the right leg. But I noticed also the last days I've been riding after the heavy workout I did, and where I got the DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, something. So yeah, this hits on the right foot. It's a bit weird kind of pain. And it happens around 45-minute mark every day. And I'm now using the different shoes. I'm using now the race shoes. The last 2 days I used the 2 big shoes I bought. I have like a pair which is too big, but it's extremely loose. So if I do really easy cycling, I don't want compression on the feet. But even with those, it was hurting. And same with this. Maybe some minor leftover issue still. That would also be quite a cool if there was FTP, the 1 hour FTP workout, so, or not workout, bandit ride. Maybe, well, I don't know. Would it make it easier? Yeah, for me in general, all the efforts are easier if I'm chasing someone. But yeah, I get the banded workout doesn't kind of work the same way because it's yeah, no. You're not chasing. I mean, the positioning is so random. You go a bit ahead if you actually make the highest power, but only for a short while when it averages. Yeah, we need to do it at the went up. Yeah, I guess went up. I think that was a fully constant incline. Just 80Z, 80Z, whatever, the Alps. They have the turns where it neutralizes the road a little bit. I mean, it still works, but it's much better if it's really constant. But only, if I can chase someone. Someone who goes tiny bit faster than I do. That would be a cool bot. Like it should push a tiny bit harder than you, but not left you totally behind. But also, if you stop, it shouldn't stop. It should have a minimum speed still. My butt is starting to ache as well. My watts are super low. But yeah, the heart rate is still 140. What's up with that? Almost 1-to-1 power to heart rate ratio. Of course, if I would increase the power, the heart rate would go up in same ratio. I'll just take it easy until the next segment. Yeah, and the upper thigh starting to definitely hurt now. But walking has been such a pain, except today. Today, the normal pains are gone. I can move around without issues. Because when I've been walking, I think it's if I was turning same time as I was taking a step, my leg wouldn't almost like catch up properly, and I would almost stumble every time. It was such a weird thing. Even if I was trying to pay attention to it, the leg would just, not work properly. It was related somehow that the pain spiked up really badly on the muscle, and it just didn't go to proper position for the step. It's over now, finally. 7 minutes until the final big segment. Can I actually see? Nah. There's no 5 minutes. 1 minute, 4:64. So 3 minutes won't be 4:50, that's for sure. Not sure if I reached near 400 or not. I think in a couple of weeks should be able to reach the higher numbers again. I think the illness, then the injury, it's all taken a bit of a toll. Even though I hit new records just before I got sick. The last ride when I already felt that I'm getting sick, I made a new FTP and everything. In Xert and Training Peaks and Zwift as well. I think Zwift still reports it as 311. But yeah, that's actually funny. It really is that group rides, mass start group rides, are the best for making new records. Because in race, you go at the speed of the rest of the group. And if you are in the correct category, they are not gonna go so fast that you make like a crazy new record. But in a group ride, which is open for all, like this Zwift big spins and such, there you can go as hard as you want because there's always someone faster. Unless you're totally the top level, but yeah. I've gotten some exert breakthroughs in races, but I don't think not sure if I've ever increased my FTP. I mean, I have, but not commonly. Usually it's after some break when things have decayed. If I do a race, I might hit the new FTP. But that's still lower than the previous one was. Just counteract speed of the decay. And it's very late cycling right now. I want to give it lazy until it's 12-minute effort. That will take so much out of it. Also not using the fancy heart rate monitor today. I wanted to get the fan to be matched with the heart rate. I haven't figured out why I cannot. This should be able to link to it properly, but it's not matching up for the heart rate part. Wahoo app and everything finds it, but the fan itself somehow doesn't. I probably going to do some reset, but I haven't really tried it much yet. The legs start hurting, like not the leg model, but the feet. They're both getting now very uncomfortable. I don't know what's up with them. Something very annoying. So, 2 minutes until the pain starts. Second, I don't think I'll try loosening the shoes a little bit. Maybe my feet are just swollen and I tightened too much. Could be. Again, on this long effort I don't need to have a... I won't be doing a heavy sprint, so no need to have the shoes very tight. But yeah, the other shoes are not good for sprint. I once managed to unclip while sprinting. The clips are not very... I would have changed the cleats. They have lost some of the plastic already. I think that's helping. Okay. At least the left foot is now easing up the pressure. Weird. 30 seconds. Oh, minutes. Well, yeah. 12 minutes all out is something I cannot do. Like I would not have the skill to truly estimate it. Would have to learn over time. But like I said, I try to aim at 300 and increasing from that. Yeah, some low. 300. And 300 should be, like, at the FTP should be easily doable, but still trying to be, I don't want to push it too fast up. You're getting heavy. Three minutes down. 4 minutes. Heart rate climbing. Almost halfway. Okay, halfway. Ooh. Getting heavy. 5 to go. Four minutes. Ooh. 180. Legs are suffering more. Three. Almost. Let's see if I can stand last minute. Or maybe in between for a while. Just 30 seconds. Freaking. 2 minutes. One and a half. Sorry, rock my hips. Moving side to side. Almost last minute. Again, a little bit of standing. Get out of much. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. There we go. No resistance. Oh, that was quite heavy. I mean, maybe there's some left to push a bit harder, but yeah, I wouldn't know it beforehand. And yeah, I wondered at the 1 minute mark. I was actually planning to only stand for a 30 and then push, but yeah, the standing up felt good, so I went all the way and did a bit of a sprint at 15 seconds. Now just cool down left. Yeah, these long efforts are just so uncomfortable. Jesus. So yeah, tomorrow's ride will be then uncomfortable. I mean, zone 3, it's to, yeah, up to 280 or something. But I can do it at 260. It should be totally fine. Like, easily. But 300 there, and repeating it 4 times, that would be a different story. 10 minutes each section. Again, the time went a bit faster than I thought. I remember in general in the workouts, 5-minute segments feel like they never end. Especially with the exert. There's usually quite a short recovery after it. you might have like 3 or 4 times 5 minutes at 350 or 360 watts for me. It's again something like I have done it, I think, but it pushes me absolutely to the limits. And then you have a recovery for a short while. It's like beyond the enjoyable kind of cycling. Oh yeah, recovered now. But yeah, I think I can do better than this. Even though this went better than I was worried. I was thinking I couldn't hit 300 in the 12 minute, or even at the well, okay, at the 3 minute I for sure I would hit 300, but yeah. And the 15 second, yeah, that's, let's see. I did not expect much from that. It's been so bad lately. Plus, I'm still learning how to do the sprint with the jet black. It's a bit different. Like I complained a few times now. But overall, it's a bit more smooth, the cycling. It's nice. I've increased the power a bit. Avoid getting too lazy. I really feel if you don't do races and these group rides where you have to push like decent wattage, you kind of get lazy and start pedaling at the, for me, like 150, 180 watts. Because it's normal that I do around 250 for most of the ride. Let's do a sprint. Not quite 15 minutes, a second. Now I'm exhausted again. And yeah, I couldn't hit somewhere 1.2 or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, 2 watts below the best actually. 5 minutes 3:32. So 12 is, yeah, 3:20 at most. Not too great. Keeping my shoulders always tense causes some neck pain. It just goes automatically like this. Tensing them up. We're almost done. So let's see if I'll try to record all of this coaching workouts just for fun. I mean, they're just workout rides. Generally pretty boring, of course. Especially in the beginning, I think they start quite easy. The coach is still assessing my level. And especially now after the illness, better to start easy. But the final cooldown, 10 minutes, that feels very long. It's always the most kind of boring part. Especially if you're like already done. You are tired, want to get a shower. Yeah, this 20-minute cooldown is actually much longer than what I usually do. Usually my cooldowns are from 5 to 10 minutes at most. But yeah, I mean, this is a way to get some zone 2 and overall the low impact and the volume, cycling volume in a little bit. Yeah, nice to cycle a bit earlier than I'm used to. Have still a lot of day left. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to even do it. Like in the morning for me. Like at before noon. Very early morning workouts don't work for me. Only some zone 1, zone 2. But heavy efforts are really bad for me in the morning. I remember back when I was going to gym regularly, at the best I was going twice a day. I went in the morning before going to office and afterwards. And a few times I tried to do weight training in the morning and it was like immediately 40% less weight than I did usually. Like I couldn't focus. And it felt like I just cannot. Heart spikes to 200 instantly. But the cardio was always fine in the morning. So I usually do cardio in the morning and then cardio plus weights in the evening. But that's a long ago. Here's what usually happened. I managed to burn out. Like I think I did only for maybe 7-8 months. Yeah, cycling is another one I've done. Well, okay, not longest. But longest at such a high effort. Because badminton I did 5 years. And towards the end I did it 5 times a week. Only reason I stopped because the knees absolutely could not handle it. And yeah, it was nothing doctors could do. I mean, they're not damaged enough that they require anything, but I would have to do some surgeries where the recovery time would be absolutely half a year or something crazy. And I'm not ready to be off the saddle or off the sports for that long. So yeah, I switched to cycling, which is, yeah, not impacting my knees in the same way. Sometimes some knee pains, but it's, yeah, it's the muscles usually. For me, the damage was in the cartilage that had worn out in both of my knees. So should avoid all kinds of heavy impact sports, jumping, running. And I still occasionally play some racket sports. At the office I usually play table tennis. It's different. Level is so much lower than it was in badminton for me, so it's not so active. And yeah, paddle sometimes, but that's something I also try to avoid. That's where I feel it in the knees. Like 2-hour session of paddle, I will feel it for 2 days. Paddle tennis, however it's pronounced. Let's see. That's lower gear on increased cadence for the last minutes. I feel like the cadence measurement is more accurate in the jet lag. My legs are going at the same speed as the avatar is. Pretty much. With the kicker core, I remember it as whale. 2 minutes. Why is it hard climbing? Let's go. Low cadence, higher wattage again. Do I see the end in the minimap yet? Or does it show up? I'm not sure. That took little effort in the end. Just standing and doing some 300. There's the ending. Max gear soon. As like in a mud. Ooh. Oh, 323 max. I didn't know this. Really? Well, let's see. 12 minutes. $3.18. Yeah, 340 max so far. 3 minutes. 402. That's not far from max. 15 seconds, yeah, that's... Well, that's interesting. Best maximum power. I didn't expect. After 5 seconds. Really. But yeah, the 12-minute one, that's tough to get because there has to be a carrot I'm chasing. 3 minute I could still do, like that's an effort I can push myself to. On a better day I should have broken that. But 12 minute, it's too long for me to push, like without having the knowledge how hard I really have to go. Okay. 100 meters. 50. No, okay. Didn't know this ended there. Alright. Nah. Very delayed buttons again. Well, that was it. Not bad. Absolutely can do better, but yeah, like I said, much better than I was expecting. That's my tomorrow's workout, by the way. Zone 3, 4 times 10 minutes. Oh, come on. Okay, seems the mouse. Let me check. Yeah. If I do that 258 watts, that should be easy. I have to be 314. I think it's 311. I had to check if it reported that I went up. Okay, I was wondering what is this, and would that have been the workout my coach created for me, but no. Yeah, I didn't get a workout for this, it was just, because it's just free ride. All of these 15-second 3-minute and 12-minute segments. But anyway, until the next time. Let's see if I stream the one tomorrow. The 100 km, or it's 2.5 hours, but I'll probably do it to round it to 100 kilometers then towards the end. That I probably won't. There is absolutely nothing happening. I will watch some movie for the duration of it, and that's it. But yeah, ciao ciao.